Apple TV Plus' adaptation of Murderbot got off to a very quick start, and there were plenty of reveals about Alexander Skarsgård's titular sec unit and its humans that need to be broken down. Murderbot is based on Martha Wells' The Murderbot Diaries books, and it has already proven to be a remarkably faithful adaptation of the sci-fi comedy thriller short stories. The cast of Murderbot has brought all the book's colorful characters to live action in tremendous fashion, and they are all as layered and complex as they are in the novel. While complex characters and faithful adaptations make for one of the best TV shows on Apple TV+, it also makes Murderbot somewhat complicated. Murderbot's 2-episode premiere instantly dropped viewers into the middle of a complex sci-fi world filled with sec units, a mysterious company, augmented humans, and massive centipede-like monsters. Murderbot handles most of these elements naturally, but there are still some points that may need clarification, especially for viewers who haven't read the books before. Luckily, Murderbot's faithfulness to Martha Wells' books also means it's easy to predict what comes next for Murderbot and Preservation Auxiliary. What really happened to the DeltFall team in the Murderbot books explained. The DeltFall team was murdered by hacked sec units. The members of Preservation Auxiliary are seen through Murderbot's eyes in Murderbot. At the very end of Murderbot Season 1, Episode 2, Mensa, Noma Dumezweni, and the rest of Preservation Auxiliary try to contact the other survey team that was on the same planet as them, DeltFall. Preservation Auxiliary noticed some anomalies with their maps and surveys of the planet, and they wanted to see if DeltFall could explain the anomalies. The DeltFall team, however, had been massacred, and even their sec unit was destroyed. Something clearly killed the DeltFall team, but Mensa decided to investigate and see why DeltFall wasn't answering. Murderbot Episode 3 is going to explore that mystery in depth, but the books already have the answer. In all systems read, Murderbot and Preservation Auxiliary went to DeltFall's habitat and investigated the carnage there. As Murderbot discovered, the sec units there had been hacked, and a mysterious group known as Grey Chris had compromised their combat overrides to make the sec units wipe out the DeltFall survey. One of the sec units even tried to install the same combat override on Murderbot, but it was rescued by Mensa and the rest of the humans before that could happen. What was that weird gravity well Mensa found in Murderbot? The gravity well was caused by the alien remnants Ratthai mentioned. Mensa, Noma Dumezweni, looking horrified as a centipede-like animal rears up behind her in Murderbot Season 1, Episode 2. Aside from DeltFall, one of the bigger mysteries of Murderbot Season 1, Episode 2 was the strange gravity well that Mensa found while she and Borodwaj, Tamara Podemski, were out exploring. As Mensa came upon the anomaly, it seemed to suck in one of the centipede-like animals that attacked Borodwaj in the premiere, and it even destroyed one of the drones. Eventually, Ratthai, Akshay Connor, explained exactly what the anomaly was, remnants of an alien society that was on the planet long before Preservation Auxiliary arrived. Gurathin, Daniel Das Malshan, confirmed that alien remnants were the cause of the map outages they were dealing with. The presence of alien remnants has a few big implications for the rest of Murderbot Season 1. As Pin Lee, Sabrina Wu, mentioned, any planet that has alien remnants is immediately shut down to surveyors and only open to archaeological digs. Those who have read all systems read also know that the alien remnants are the reason DeltFall was killed and Preservation Auxiliary was attacked. Grey Chris was hunting for alien remnants to sell on the black market, and they tried to kill the other survey teams to prevent them from exposing the existence of the alien remnants. Why did Mensa and Borodwaj survey the site without Murderbot? Preservation Auxiliary doesn't trust the company and by extension Murderbot. Arada, Tatiana Jones, and Borodwaj, Tamara Podemski, looking horrified in Murderbot Season 1, Episode 1. One of the more confusing parts about Mensa's discovery of the alien remnants was her decision to go to the site without Murderbot. Mensa and Borodwaj knew that there were plenty of dangers on the planet, like the animal they encountered in the premiere, yet they forewent their highly capable security escort. Mensa and Borodwaj were operating under the assumption that they couldn't trust the company they contracted to supply their survey, and they thought they couldn't trust Murderbot by extension. Gurathin also voiced some of his concerns to help convince them to leave Murderbot behind and leave while it was in stasis. Along with all the conspiracies and dangerous fauna in Murderbot Season 1, Episode 2, the show also introduced a new romance subplot. Arada, Tatiana Jones, Pin Lee, and Ratthai started a polyamorous relationship in Murderbot Episode 2, but the exact dynamics could use a bit of review. As it stands, Arada and Pin Lee were previously married before the expedition even began. Arada, however, had a crush on Ratthai, while Pin Lee didn't. Ratthai, on the other hand, has a crush on Pin Lee. Pin Lee agreed to sign a contract making them a throuple, and her, Arada, and Ratthai all presumably had sex. Arada, Pin Lee, and Ratti's polyamorous relationship is a new invention for the Murderbot show, and it's a bit more unpredictable as a result. The various levels of attraction at work in the love triangle could easily cause some tension between them in the future, and it could create even more drama as Murderbot progresses. Pinley may become jealous of Arada's infatuation with Ratthai, while Arada may be jealous that Ratthai is more interested in Pinley than her. How that web of jealousies could influence what's to come in Murderbot, however, remains to be seen. Preservation Auxiliary quickly learned that Murderbot wasn't a normal sec unit after it comforted Arada, but the scientists didn't all have the same reaction. Most of the team were a bit wary of Murderbot, but Gurathin was outright hostile to it, and he even forced Murderbot to make eye contact with him. Gurathin is suspicious of Murderbot because he realizes just how many liberties Murderbot is taking with its abilities. Sec units aren't supposed to be able to comfort people or have emotions like social anxiety, which is a sign that it has gone rogue. Gurathin is the only one who understands the full implications of a rogue sec unit. It also seems that the Murderbot show is setting up a bit of new characterization for Gurathin that wasn't present in the books. While Gurathin was airing his grievances against Murderbot, Mensa and the rest of Preservation Auxiliary said that he had good reason not to trust the company or anything affiliated with it. It seems that Murderbot has given Gurathin some new backstory, perhaps a bad encounter with company-affiliated bots in the past, that makes him more wary of Murderbot than his peers are.